I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Dante Fabro of the Nashville Predators.
This is Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Yuta Saros of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Welcome to the Bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Sonny. And before we get to the No Half Step in hockey coverage, first, let me introduce you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you learn everything you need to know about the show and what you're getting educated about the show. Click on that merchandise tab. Going to take you straight to our classic logo t-shirt, our pride logo t-shirt, all of our different special event t-shirts, and so much more. All the gimmicks you come to know and love and expect from Renegades Puck are still available in our online store, whether that is socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, or so much more. Something like 88 different items with our logo on it. Best said, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this operation, so here's how you can support the Renegades of Puck. You can find us on X and Threads. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook, TikTok as well. So please take just a second and give us a follow, give us a like, give us a subscription on any of those different platforms, whatever it is you prefer. Jump in the trenches with the Renegades of Puck. YouTube, we sure could use your assistance right over there, and we sure do appreciate all of our new subscribers. So check us out by searching Renegades of Puck on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. That's where you'll find the latest episodes of Renegades of Puck TV, all of our preview segments, our recap segments, and all of our different specialty segments. We post them all there on our YouTube channel. Thanks to the Full Press Predators Network, the Full Press NHL Network, we have gone from local to global in 2023 and continued that momentum well on into 2024. So stick taps, love, and respect to everyone who's checked out the show and helped make us an incredible success in the podcast world. You can find us on Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Amazon, several other platforms. Just search Renegades of Puck in your preferred platform today, and stick taps, love, and respect to everybody at the Full Press NHL Network for all of the hard work they've done behind the scenes to help make us such a great success. Venmo, that is how you can support the show financially. Just go to Venmo and search Renegades of Puck, or scan the QR code that is currently on your screen. Every dollar goes a long way to helping the Renegades of Puck, and we sure do appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time and helping us out with several different large projects over the last couple of years since we first launched this project. We always need the help, and we always need the support, and thanks to generous renegades like you watching and listening right now, we've been able to make some significant upgrades, and we sure do appreciate that. Stick taps, love, and respect. It means a lot to have the support from such a great audience out there. It's great to be in the trenches with each and every one of you. Now listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. At this moment in hockey history, we pause to recap the 2023-2024 NHL season for the Nashville Predators. We're going to do this in chunks of 5 games at a time, so here we go. It's time for the Rebirth Sports season recap.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 20th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were in Vegas for the second time this season to take on the Golden Knights. Head coach Andrew Burnett deployed his lines and his defensive combinations in the following way. Forsberg, O'Reilly, Nyquist are your first line. Trennan, Sissons, and Glass make up your second line. Novak, Jankowski, and Evangelista make up your third line. Smith, McCarron, and Sherwood make up the fourth line. Yossi and Fabro, McDonough, and Chen, Luzon, and Carrier are your defensive pairings. And Lankinen gets the start in net. 5:22. Yes, it took till 5:22 of the first period to get the activity going. And it's Hill coming with a save on the captain Roman Yossi's backhand. It's the first shot on goal of the game at 5:34. Wouldn't take long for the action to get going after that first shot on goal. 5:34 of the first period. Luke Evangelista's 11th goal of the season breaks the 0-0 tie, putting the first goal on the board in favor of the Nashville Predators. A strong wrist shot from a sharp angle. He kept the puck in at the blue line, skated it down the wall, kind of curled around the circle a little bit and ripped rip that shot. A really good pull in and then send back out into the back of the net. Nashville Predators lead 1-0 here in the first period. At 6:11 of the first period, it's Colasar off to the box. 2 minutes for holding the first penalty of the game. Hill comes up with a save on Sherwood, and that would be the only activity for the Nashville Predators. The Vegas Golden Knights, a good, solid job on the PK at 8:20 of the first period. It's Luke Evangelista off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking now. Vegas gets his first opportunity on the power play. Lankinen comes up with a save on Marchessault, and then Hill has to come up with a big short-handed save on McCarron's rush. That's right, Michael McCarron doing the heavy work out there on the PK at the 10:48 mark of the first period. Now halfway through the first, Hill comes up with a save on Tommy Novak. 12:20, Hill comes up with another save on Luzon. 12:40, Lankinen comes up with a save. That looks like it's going to be right there. 13:12 of the first period, Lankinen comes up with a save on Carlson at the 14:08 mark of the first period. It's Alex Pietrangelo's third goal of the season, getting Vegas on the board, tying the game up at 1 apiece. It was a long, accurate shot, strong traffic, good screen, end of a long shift of good, solid pressure for Vegas. The Nashville Predators defense out of gas. They collapsed. Pietrangelo took advantage. Good, solid veteran play right there, and an excellent wrist shot beats Kevin Lankinen to make this game 1-1. 16:36 of the first period. Hill coming up with a save on Jankowski's back, and 18:54 of the first period. Lankinen coming up with a save on Marchessault's partial breakaway after a turnover at 19:06 of the first period. It's Glass getting his second goal of the season. Incredible job right here of settling down Roman Yossi's pass, which was bouncing, and then the snipe was even more impressive under the bar. Glass's second goal of the season is also the Nashville Predators' second goal of this game. They lead the Vegas Golden Knights 2-1 on the road. 19:54 into the first period. Luke Evangelista is off to the box. 2 minutes for interference. Luke's second penalty of the first period. That would be it for the period. Only 6 seconds left there. Nashville outshoots Vegas 11-8 in the first period. A carryover of 156 on Luke Evangelista's penalty into the second period on the clean sheet. And it's Lankinen coming up with a save on Amadio. That would be it for the Vegas Golden Knights. Nashville Predators PK would do some exceptional work right here. At 2:01 into the second period, Hill comes up with a save on Luke Evangelista's delayed rush. This was a slick move. Luke Evangelista was certainly showing some offensive confidence in this game with the way he was holding on to the puck, handling the puck, pulling it in and sending it out, scoring and doing what he needed to do. At the 2:36 mark of the second period, it's Hill coming up with a save on Philip Forsberg. At 4:11 of the second, it's Hill coming up with a save on Shen McCarron, crashing the net real hard right here. At the 6-minute mark of the second, it's Amadio off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking on Luke Evangelista. So Luke Evangelista is just involved in everything that is going on out there on the rink in the first half of this game. Hill comes up with a save on Glass's one-timer. That would be the only shot on goal for the Nashville Predators on that power play, but just 6 seconds after that power play expires, it's Tommy Novak, because all he does is make plays. He gets a wrist shot from the left circle. McCarron setting the strong screen. That's right, Michael McCarron's net front presence, a big factor again on this play. It's Novak's 12th goal of the season. That gives the Nashville Predators a 3-1 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights. We cross over the halfway point in this game. We go to the 10:14 of the second period. It's Hill coming up with a save on Sissons, plus the follow-up crash by Philip Forsberg at 11:24 of the second period. It's Sissons off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Colton Sissons is still trying to figure out exactly where and why he got called for this penalty, but Lankinen on the penalty kill comes up with a save on Marchessault. Then Stevenson picks up a penalty. 2 minutes for cross-checking. This is going to create a 4-on-4 scenario for 35 seconds. That's going to lead to a Nashville Predators power play for 1 minute and 25 seconds. The Predators would get numerous shot attempts, but would not generate any shots on goal because the Vegas Golden Knights sacrificing everything they had in them on this penalty kill, blocking numerous close-range shot attempts by the Nashville Predators. 15:58 of the second period. It's Michael McCarron getting his 8th goal of the season, or at least that's what we think. Cole Smith setting the incredible screen in front. Turns out he was doing more than setting a screen and taking a big hit and paying the price. He was also deflecting the puck in the net. Upon review, it is Cole Smith's goal, his 7th of the season. That goal was changed shortly after on the official scoring sheet, and now to slow it down and go frame by frame. It is pretty easy to see Cole Smith's redirect. Cole Smith goes to the hard area, pays the price and gets the redirect into the net to give the Nashville Predators a 4-1 lead. That is going to be an incredibly important goal in this game. So Cole Smith picks up his 7th of the season. 17:01 mark of the second period. Hill coming up with a save on Luke Shen. 18:52 of the second period. Trenton off the box. 2 minutes for interference on the delay. This would be the Vegas Golden Knights' best scoring opportunities of the entire period. Lankinen would come up with a save on Cotter, then on Theodore, then on Carlson. That's right. 3 big-time saves back to back to back. Lankinen, without a doubt, the best work he had to do in the entire period. Then on the penalty kill, comes up with a big-time save on Marchessault's heavy shot from the left side on the sharp angle, getting across and getting there just in time. We hit the end of the second period with Vegas suddenly gaining some momentum. They'll continue on the power play. The shots on goal are 26 for Nashville, 18 for Vegas. We flip over to the backside of the sheet. We find a carryover of 53 seconds on the penalty against the Nashville Predators, and it is Carlson before the end of that power play, scoring his 18th goal of the season. Was a wrist shot from the high slot. The Nashville Predators hold a 4-2 lead, but Vegas is gaining some momentum here at the start of the third period. At the 4:23 mark, Hill comes up with a save on Trennan's breakaway. It was the Nashville Predators' first opportunity of the period. Trennan could not get the puck to settle. 4:48 of the third. Hill comes up with a save on glass. 5:31. Hill a save on Nyquist at the 6:01 mark of the third period. It's Lankinen coming up with a save on Cotter at the 7:32 mark of the third period. It's Lankinen coming up with a save on Roy. 7:55. Hill comes up with a save on Jankowski's deflection at the 7:58 mark of the third period. We find Marchessault off to the box. 2 minutes for high sticking on Luke Evangelista. That's right. Luke Evangelista takes 2 penalties in this game and earns 2 power plays for his Nashville Predator squad. I guess that means he comes out even when it comes to the penalty situation. Hill comes up with a save on Ryan O'Reilly in the low slot area. Great look by the Nashville Predators right here. Hill comes up with another save on Glass's backhand at close range. And then Hill comes up with a save on Carey, plus 1 more save. Was Nashville Predators' best pressure, best power play of the game. Let's also note that this is Vegas on the second night of back-to-backs, playing in their 6th period in 24 hours. So they are definitely starting to run on fumes. They're also shorthanded here in this third period because Stone is out of the lineup. It would not be a complete story if I did not mention those 2 things. 10:07 now, midway through the third period. Hill coming up with a save on Luke Evangelista. Evangelista again involved in the play. 11:56 of the third. It's Hill coming up with a save on Sissons. At the 14:57 mark, it's Lankinen coming up with a save on Cotter at the 14:57 mark. Now, I already said that one. Lankinen a save on Cotter. 15:33 now. It's Lankinen a save on Stevenson at the 17:01 mark of the third period. It's Madio getting his 9th goal of the season. It was a puck off of the skate. The Nashville Predators a little bit slow to react. Ryan McDonough couldn't get the leg in the way to block the return shot towards the empty net, and Amadio puts the puck in the net, making this one a little bit more nerve-wracking at the end. 4-3 in favor now of the Nashville Predators. The 18:11 mark with the empty net. It's going to be Nyquist with the empty net goal, his 13th of the season from long distance. That gives the Nashville Predators a 5-3 lead here at the end of the game. 19:12 of the third. Lankinen comes in with 1 more save, this time on Whitehead, and the Nashville Predators close this game out, winning 5-3, out shooting the Vegas Golden Knights 40-26. So for the Nashville Predators, they were by far the better team from start to finish in this game, all 3 periods. If they could have avoided a little bit of penalty trouble, they could have been even cleaner in this game, but they absolutely took advantage of catching Vegas on the second night of back-to-backs. Vegas won in San Jose yesterday, had to travel back home. The Nashville Predators, of course, traveled into Vegas late because of the whole not getting to go to the U2 concert thing. What a story that has become. But the Nashville Predators seize a big victory and a big 2 points, and now are 2-0 on this road trip, picked up 4 out of 4 points, and are heading off to LA, San Jose, and Anaheim. And I think that at least 2 of those 3 are winnable for this Nashville Predators team. So this road trip is definitely going in a great direction after that victory, 5-3 in Vegas tonight. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February the 22nd of the year 2024 where the Nashville Predators were in LA to take on the Kings for the third and final time this regular season. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Glass, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Sherwood make up your fourth line. Your defensive pairings are Yossi and Fabro, McDonough and Shen, Luzon and Carrier. Same line, same D pairings since the beginning of this road trip. UC Saros gets the start in net in LA. We are 5:56. That's right, 5:56. The first 5 minutes of this game were very tightly played, very physical, a lot of between the face-off dots, but not much offensive zone time for either team. So we get to the 5:56 mark of the first period. That's where we find big save Dave Riddick coming up with a save on Ryan McDonough, plus the much better follow-up by Jankowski. That would be the first shot on goal of the game. Tight physical opening to this game. 6:57 of the first period. UC Saros now coming with a save on Kaliev's first save of the game. At 8:08 of the first period, it's Riddick coming with a save on Nyquist. At the 8:25 mark, it's Saros coming with a save on Lewis, plus the rebound bank shot attempt from below the goal line near the end wall. Slick play by Lewis did not catch Saros off guard or unaware. At the 8:47 mark, that's right, we went several minutes without anything happening, and just in the 8-minute mark, we've had so much action. At the 8:47 mark of the first period, it's Yakov Trenin getting his 9th goal of the season, getting the Nashville Predators on the board. The first goal of the game. It was the fake forehand and then the backhand finish into the empty net. Riddick was able to get the glove on it just a little bit, but only enough to help push it across the goal line. 1-0 in favor of the Nashville Predators. We cross over the halfway point of the first period, and we find a 10:59 of the first. The captain, Roman Yossi, is off to the box. 2 minutes more slashing is our first penalty of the game. The Nashville Predators penalty kill, certainly not the better PK unit in this game, but stepping up right here, not allowing a single shot on goal for the LA Kings. An excellent PK by the Nashville Predators at the 13:28 mark of the first period. It's Riddick coming with save on Forsberg after the defense for the Kings turns the puck over at 14:33 of the first period. It's Kempe and McCarron off to the box, 2 minutes each, 4-on-4. We would not see a single shot on goal. Again, more very tight checking hockey here between these two clubs. At the 17:44 mark of the first period, it is Smith off to the box, 2 minutes for high sticking. Saros on the continuation or on the play that the penalty was taken on comes up with the big time save on Lafreniere. Trennan then picks up a penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. Not the most ideal PK for the Nashville Predators. A 5-on-3 is created for the LA Kings for 1 minute and 1 second, and that's when, yes, former Nashville Predator Kevin Fiala is putting the puck into the net. A wrist shot from the high slot. He's able to walk in, pick his spot, pick his time, and then he unleashed a sick wrister for his 15th goal of the season, getting LA on the board, tying this game at 1 apiece. A strong PK by the Preds after that to close out the period. Now, not a lot of shots on goal, 1 goal apiece for each team. LA outshoots Nashville 6-5 in the first period. We go to the second period, and we are 1:17 into the second. We find Riddick coming with a save on Forsberg. The first shot on goal of the second came about 4 minutes faster than the first shot on goal in the first period. 1:57 in the second period. UC Saros coming with a save on Dowdy. 2:46 of the second period. Riddick coming with a save on Tommy Novak. 3:26 of the second period. UC Saros coming with a save on Roy. 3:30 mark. Saros comes with a save on Lewis right off the face-off right there. At the 4:10 mark, though, Lewis is off to the box. Minutes for tripping, putting the Nashville Predators back on the power play. It's Riddick coming in with a save on Forsberg, and the puck goes from the glove off of the post and out. That was the closest the Nashville Predators would come to a good scoring opportunity on that power play at the 6:21 mark of the second period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Kempe at the 6:54 mark of the second period. It's Riddick coming up with a save on Michael McCarron. 7:56 into the second period. It's Riddick coming up with a save on Nyquist. Teams exchanging chances here towards the middle of the period. The 9:52 mark, Saros comes up with a save on Kempe, and then it is at 11:01. We're past the halfway point in this game when Riddick comes up with a save save on the captain, Roman Josi, at 14:46 after another couple of minutes of really tight checking between the circles. It's Mark Jankowski coming up with his second goal of the game. This was his type of game. He comes up with a poke of the loose puck through the 5-hole. Big save. Dave couldn't find the puck, and it gets poked in by Jankowski, giving the Nashville Predators a 2-1 lead in this game. A great opportunity there for the Preds, and Jankowski pounced 15:36 of the second period. It is Riddick coming up with a save on McCarron. At the 16:24 mark of the second period, it is Kevin Fiala coming with a penalty. 2 minutes for tripping on Luzon in the offensive zone, but it would be UC Saros having to go to work. The LA Kings having the number one penalty kill unit in the league, also one of the most lethal when it comes to shorthanded goals in the league. Well, it is in fact UC Saros coming up with the shorthanded breakaway save on Lewis, and while Lewis is trying to jam away at the rebound, UC Saros is doing a good job of keeping that puck trapped against the body and keeping it held to get the whistle. But it is UC Saros having to do the heavy work as the LA Kings get the better of the scoring chances while they are shorthanded. The Nashville Predators power play unable to break through on the number one PK unit in the league. At the 19:28 mark of the second period, UC Saros, because with a save on Kempe, we go to the end of the second period after 40 minutes of regulation. Nashville Predators now out shooting LA 16-14. Shots on goal much more impressive in the second period. The Predators generate 11 after only 5 in the first period. The Kings end up with 14 after 2. That means they had 8 in the second period after only having 6 in the first period. We start the third period on the clean sheet, and we're only 18 seconds in. UC Saros already having to go to work in this one-goal game, coming with a save on Dano. 1:45 into the third period. UC Saros is coming with a save on Gavrikov. At the 3:17 mark, UC Saros is coming up with another save on Dano. We flip over and we go to the backside of the sheet, and we find the 3:46 mark of the third period. The next piece of action is when UC Saros comes up with a save on Roy. We go to the 4:14 mark, and it is Riddick coming up with a save on Yossi's Trickler. This wasn't much of a good scoring opportunity, much of a shot, but it at least broke the Kings' momentum for a couple of seconds, forcing Riddick to have to hold on to the puck there. 5:57 into the third period. It's UC Saros coming to save on Gavrikov. The rebound cleared by a D. It was left right there in front in the low slot area. Nashville Predators had multiple defenders in the area closing out bodies and clearing sticks, and most importantly, getting the puck out of there. We go all the way to the 10:47 mark of the third period now, and it's Riddick coming in with a save on Sherwood after the turnover by the D. Sherwood just picked that clearing attempt off right there in the middle of the ice, went straight to the net, and a good scoring opportunity for the Nashville Predators. The Predators were very, very good and strong on forecheck and reading passes in this game, especially here in this portion of the third period. At the 11:54 mark of the third period, it's UC Saros coming with a save on Byfield's partial breakaway after the shot block turnover. It was Byfield yet again looking to make another highlight reel play. He's already had one against the Predators this year with a hell of a primary assist, and of course coming off of that highlight reel goal just the other night that you will see for the rest of the season, including probably the NHL award show. It's UC Saros stopping Byfield on the partial breakaway in this opportunity. 12:06 of the third period. It's Dano off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. The shots on goal over the course of this power play for the Nashville Predators would be 2 for the Los Angeles Kings and 0 for the Nashville Predators. That PK unit is number 1 for a reason. They are good in every single way you can be on a penalty kill. At the 14:08 mark of the third period, it's UC Saros coming with a save on Roy. At the 15:09 mark of the third period, UC Saros coming with a save on Kaliev off the rush. A good scoring opportunity there by the LA Kings. We go to the empty net scenario at the 16:34 mark of the third period. And 16:42, that's where Saros comes up with the 6-on-5 save against Byfield. 17 minutes of the third period. Sissons' 15th goal of the season, empty net goal. Somehow Colton Sissons goes bar down off the crossbar and into the empty net from all the way back in his own zone. That makes it 3-1 in favor of the Nashville Predators. At the 17:57 mark of the third period, UC Saros coming with a save on Kempe with the empty net scenario again at 19:02, and Saros comes with a save on Kevin Fiala at 19:07 of the third period. It's Luzon coming up with another empty net goal all the way from down near his own goal line. His 6th goal of the season makes it 4-1 in favor of the Nashville Predators, and that is going to be your final in LA. The Nashville Predators win this game 4-1. LA outshoots Nashville 28-21. It was tight. It was a nail biter, and UC Saros had to come up with a bunch of incredibly important saves, especially when it comes to breakaways and partial breakaways for the LA Kings team, but the Nashville Predators find a way to go into LA and win a game that is of critical and significant importance in the wild card race for the Western Conference. And the Nashville Predators have now found a way to exceed expectations already by winning in St. Louis, Las Vegas, and now in Los Angeles on this road trip. The LA Kings being the most important game of this road trip because of the wild card implications. But the Nashville Predators have secured 6 out of 6 points and winning this game 4-1 in LA. We've got so much more to talk about when it comes to this game. Analysis, box score, and more coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. That was the Rebirth Sports full game recap.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 24th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were in San Jose to continue on their 5-game road trip to take on the San Jose Sharks. Andrew Burnett deployed his lines in combinations following way. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Glass, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Sherwood. Defensive pairings are Yossi and Fabro, McDonough and Shen, Luzon and Carey. Yes, the same exact lineup as every single game of this road trip so far, so 4 games in a row. UC Saros gets the start of net in 34 seconds into the game. It is Saros coming with a save on Zetterland's first shot on goal of the game for either of the two teams. At 1:33 of the first period, it's Kokkonen coming in with a save on McDonough's slap shot. That's the first shot on goal for the Nashville Predators at the 2:34 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming with a save on Barabanov at 3:41. Kokkonen a save on Cole Smith's redirect at close range. At the 4:53 mark of the first period, we get our first penalty in special teams of the game. It's Luzon off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, putting the Predators on the penalty kill. Saros comes up with a save on Zadina, and then Saros comes up with another save on Duclair. Nashville Predators penalty kill successful. Back to 5-on-5 hockey at 7:15 of the first period. Kokkonen comes up with a save on the captain Roman Josin. In the 10:14 mark, we get our first goal breakthrough by the Nashville Predators. It's Sherwood with his 6th goal of the season, putting the Nashville Predators on the board, giving them a 1-0 lead over the San Jose Sharks. We move on to the 11:34 mark of the first period. We find UC Saros coming with a save on Duclair at the 12:08 mark of the first period. Saros comes up with a save on Hoffman at the 16:54 mark of the first. It's Kokkonen coming with a save on Shen, and then at the 17:40 mark of the first period, it is Dante Fabro off to the box. 2 minutes for high sticking, putting San Jose back on the power play yet again. The San Jose Sharks are only able to generate 1 shot on net as UC Saros comes up with a save on former Nashville Predator Mikhail Granlund. That would do it for the remainder of that power play, and that would also do it for the remainder of the period. No further shots on goal, so we wrap up the end of the first period with the Nashville Predators leading 1-0. Shots on goal are 8 apiece. We are 1:24 into the second period now, and Kokkonen is coming with a save on Fabro, so the Nashville Predators get the first shot on goal of the second period. Then at 2:05 of the second period, it's Burrows picking up a penalty. 2 minutes for high sticking, putting the Nashville Predators on the power play for the first time in this game. Kokkonen comes up with a save on Yossi, and then Kokkonen comes up with another save on Philip Forsberg before coming up with one more save on Roman Yossi before the end of the Nashville Predators power play. Strong in net, holding the line for the San Jose Sharks. At the 4:47 mark of the second period, it's Kokkonen coming up with a save on Jeremy Luzon. At the 5:10 mark of the second period, it's Kokkonen coming up with a save on Tommy Novak's wrist shot. The 6:12 mark, Kokkonen comes up with another save on Philip Forsberg. The Nashville Predators are just dominating the first part of this second period, pinning the San Jose Sharks deep in their own zone for a number of lengthy shifts. At the 7:15 9:54 mark of the second period. It's Cole Smith ringing the iron and hitting the crossbar. He had a great look at it right there at the 11:17 mark of the second period. UC Saros is going to come up with a save on Barabanov, and then we move to the 12:22 mark of the second period, past the halfway point of the game now, and Cogden comes up with a save on Colton Sissons at 12:52. The Nashville Predators going to get the opportunity to go back on the power play as Emberson comes up with a penalty, 2 minutes for holding, but it is in fact going to be UC Saros having to make the biggest save of the sequence, a shorthanded save on Carpenter's partial breakaway. This was a glorious opportunity for an offensively deficient San Jose Sharks team, and UC Saros comes away with the big save. He didn't have the heaviest workload, but he sure did make a number of key saves, and this was absolutely one of the biggest. Kokkinen would come with a save on the captain, Roman Josi, as the Nashville Predators power play would continue, and then Kokkinen would come up with a save on Luke Evangelista. That would do it for the Nashville Predators power play, unable to convert. At the 16:18 mark of the second period, UC Saros comes up with a save on Zardina. At the 17:10 mark of the second period, it's Thrum off to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. This is going to put the Nashville Predators back on the power play, unable to break through on their previous opportunity. This time, they are going to break through, and it is going to be Philip Forsberg scoring his 27th goal of the season. It was the patented wrist shot from the top of the face-off dot. He took a couple of strides, walked it in, picked his spot, and sniped for his 27th goal of the season, power play goal for the Nashville Predators. And the Predators now lead the San Jose Sharks 2-0 at the 18:47 mark of the second period. Kokkinen comes up with one more save, this time on Michael McCarron. We hit the end of the second period, and the Nashville Predators now have 23 shots on goal for the game. That means 15 in the second. 8 shots on goal in the first, now 15 shots on goal in the second for a game total of 23, while San Jose was only able to generate 5 shots on net in the second period. So San Jose goes from 8 shots on goal to 5 shots on goal, and the Predators hold a 2-0 lead here at the end of 40 minutes of hockey. At the 1:01 mark of the third period, the San Jose Sharks, who were gaining some momentum at the end of the second period with some good puck possession, are picking up right where they left off on the clean sheet, and it is UC Saros having to come up with this big save on Granlund's wraparound. First good scoring opportunity of the third period goes to the home team, the San Jose Sharks, and then at 1:10 of the third period, it's that same Mikael Granlund, yes, that same Mikael Granlund, who picks up his 7th goal of the season, getting the San Jose Sharks on the board for the first time in this game. The Nashville Predators unable to get good, solid defensive zone coverage on this one. Granlund finds some good open space at close range, and he finishes getting San Jose on the board for the first time. Drama in San Jose. That's what we flip over to the backside in the sheet, and we find out what happened the rest of the way in the third period. We are now 2:50 into the final frame of this hockey game, and Kokkinen comes up with a save on glass, plus the follow-up. A great scoring opportunity right here for the Nashville Predators at the 3:17 mark of the third period. Kokkinen comes up with a save on Luzon at the 3:40 mark of the third period. It is Sherwood picking up his 7th goal of the season, his 2nd goal of this game. Nashville Predators with some good D-zone coverage after UC Saros makes a save, break out, get the 2-on-1 very quickly, and it's Sherwood carrying the puck the distance and opting to take the shot instead of make the pass, and opting to take the shot was absolutely the right call here because he snipes, beating Kokkinen for his 7th goal of the season. Nashville Predators' 3rd goal of the game. The Preds lead the San Jose Sharks 3-1. They have their 2-goal lead restored. At the 4:32 mark of the third period, Kokkinen comes with a save on the captain, Roman Josi. At 5:35 of the third period, Kokkinen comes with a save on Luke Shen. We're now at the 8:37 mark of the third period, and UC Saros is coming up with a save on Eklund at 9:17. San Jose Sharks continue generating some offense as Saros comes with a save on Zadina. At 9:34, the pressure continues, and Zadina finishes this one off this time. 8th goal of the season, getting San Jose Sharks their 2nd goal of the game. Preds lead 3-2. This was some doorstep jam, but it was also some lax coverage by the Nashville Predators in their own end, allowing Zadina to get loose that close to UC Saros. Not much the netminder for the Nashville Predators could do in this one. It was a backdoor finish, wide open Zadina for San Jose. 1-goal game, yet again at the 9:51 mark of the third period. UC Saros coming in with a save on Zetterlund, plus the follow-up by Duclair. Everybody collides. The net gets knocked off. The puck, well, it's somewhere in that jumble of a mess. It is ruled to be not in the net, so it is waved off as a non-goal as the referee blows the whistle. The play would be reviewed. No goal would be upheld. The more times you look at it, the more it would appear that UC Saros got the toe on the puck and kept it to the outside, and then the net was knocked off before it could be moved anywhere into the goal line area. So we return to 3-2 score right here at 11:54 of the third period. Cockney comes up with a save on Carey at 13:19 of the third. Cockney comes up with a save on Cole Smith at the 13:33 mark. UC Saros back to work, coming with a save on Duclair, and then at 16:27 of the third, UC Saros comes with a save on Zetterlund at the 17:07 mark of the third period. It is Saros coming in with a save on Addison with the extra attacker on for San Jose and the empty net available. Gus Nyquist makes a good patient play, fires the puck into the empty net from medium range for his 14th goal of the season. The empty net goal gives the Nashville Predators a 4-2 lead, and that would be your final. The Predators outshoot the Sharks 35-25. So in the end, while it was certainly not pretty and you would have hoped the Nashville Predators could have handled their business just a little bit better, it worked out almost exactly as the numbers and the stats would have shown this game to work out, as we took care of in the preview. So for the Nashville Predators, they've now won 4 games out of 4 games on this road trip, and they picked up 8 points, and they're 2-0 against the San Jose Sharks on the season with one more meeting to come. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We have so much more coming up to talk about. We've got analysis, we've got the box score, and a whole lot more right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 25th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were in Anaheim to face off against the Ducks for the third and final time of this regular season. It also happens to be the 5th game of a 5-game road trip, second night of back-to-backs. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys lines in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Glass, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Sherwood, Yossi, and Fabro, McDonough, Shen, Luzon, Carrier, better known as the same exact line combination defensive pairings as the previous 4 games. If it ain't broke, don't fix it is the mentality. Lankinen gets to start in net on the second night of back-to-backs. We're 1:42 into the first period, and it's just all coming with a save on Jankowski. First shot on goal of the game at 2:29 of the first. Dostal comes with a save on Carey, 4:02. Lankinen comes with a save on Leeson's deflection. First save of the game for Lankinen. 5:14. Lankinen comes up with a save on Lundstrom's backhand. 6:23 mark at the first period. Lankinen comes up with a save on Henrique at the 6:46 mark. We see Lankinen coming with a save on Johnston's slap shot, and the Nashville Predators are simply slow to get just about anywhere, and Anaheim is getting plenty of time and space, especially in the most dangerous areas in and around the Nashville Predators net. The Preds defense not sharp, but Lankinen is so far in the first. 8:51 into the game. Lankinen comes up with a save on Lindstrom. 9:44. Lankinen another save, this time on Carlson. The Preds continue to be slow to wake up in this game on the second night of back-to-backs at 10:59 of the first period. It's Dostal coming up with a save on McCarron. Then we find our first special teams situation of the game. The Predators' fourth line finally broke the pressure of the Anaheim Ducks, and they draw a penalty. Carrick off the box 2 minutes for tripping on Sherwood. Dostal comes with a save on Forsberg's wrist shot, then another save on Nyquist, but the Preds never really threatened or were in a dangerous position during this power play. At the 14:59 mark of the first period, it's Lankinen with 5-on-5 action coming up with a save on Strome at 15:08. Lankinen comes up with another save on Strome at 16:35. Lankinen again back to work, a save on McTavish with the edge of the glove, and it trickles just wide of the post. This was in a really scary and dangerous area at 18:12 of the first period. It's Luzon versus Carrick. 5 minutes each off to the box for fighting. A good and quick scrap here in the first period. 19:58. Dostal comes with a save on Glass. We hit the end of the period, and it is no score in the game. It is Nashville with 8 shots on goal, Anaheim with 8 shots on goal. We flip over to the clean sheet and the second period, just 15 seconds in, and it's Lankinen coming out with a save on McTavish at 1 minute even of the second period. It's the captain, Roman Josi, coming up with his 12th goal of the season. This was one heavy shot from out high, and it beats Dostal, giving the Nashville Predators a 1-0 lead. The captain, Roman Yossi, with his 12th. 1:23 of the second period. It's Gudis off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Dostal will save on Luke Evangelista, with the National Predators power play again rather ineffective against not a very highly rated penalty kill here in the Anaheim Ducks. Only one shot on goal at the 3:38 mark of the second period. It's Lankinen coming up with a save on Carlson's deflection in close at 4:19. Lankinen another save, this time on Killorn at the 7:45 mark. The Nashville Predators pick up a shot on goal right here by Luke Evangelista, stopped by Dostal at 8:24 of the second period. It's Kevin Lankinen coming up with a save on Leeson. Another deflection. Leeson was doing a good job of getting into the interior, good dangerous areas, and getting opportunities for deflections this entire game. At 8:51 of the second period, carry off to box wins for interference. The Ducks getting their first opportunity at a power play, and that finds Lankinen coming up with a save on Henrique, and then Lankinen coming up with another save on Strome. The Nashville Predators penalty kill does just enough as we cross over the halfway point of this game at the 11:04 mark. Back to even strength hockey, we find Dostal coming with a save on Michael McCarron at the 11:54 mark. It is Lunderstrom coming up with his third goal of the season. It was Shen in the neutral zone, misplayed the puck off of the wall, and that allowed for an odd man rush into the defensive zone. Wrist shot comes from the slot. Glass could not do anything to get back in time on the back check, just could not get there. Anaheim breaks through after having quite a bit of pressure here in this second period. Now this game is tied up at 1 apiece. 13:06 now into the second period. It's Gudis off the box. 2 minutes for High, sticking his second minor penalty of the period. It is Dostal coming with a save on Ryan McDonough, and then Dostal coming with a save on Carey. So 2 shots on goal, both by defensemen coming out from out high. The Nashville Predators not able to get to the interior, not able to bring the good solid jam on this power play. Again, we flip over to the backside of the sheet of paper. We find at 16:05 of the second period. It's Dostal coming with a save on the captain, Roman Yossi, at 16:35 of the second. It's Lankinen coming with a save on Carlson on the one-timer, sliding across a big-time save right here. A good amount of athleticism displayed by Lankinen. We go to the 17:54 mark, and it's Gudis off to the box again. 2 minutes for holding, this time on Tommy Novak. It was really, could have been called a number of different penalties, but it was called holding on the score sheet. We'll move on from there. And it's Dostal going back to work and coming up with big saves on Yossi, and then on Forsberg, and then again on Forsberg. We hit the end of the second period. The Nashville Predators gaining some pressure there at the end of the period thanks to that power play, but unable to convert. We will go to the third period with the shots on goal at 20 apiece, and the game tied at 1 apiece. Now into the final 20 minutes of regulation hockey, and we are 46 seconds in, and we find Sherwood off to the box. 2 minutes before tripping. The Anaheim Ducks came out just buzzing at here. Start of the third period. Lankinen comes up with a save on Minchikov, plus the follow-up jam by McTavish. Sherwood out of the box, clears the loose puck of the rebound out of the middle slot area. This was one of the more dangerous scoring opportunities of the game for the Anaheim Ducks, unable to convert. There were bodies piled up everywhere. There were rebounds being fired off of legs, off of butts, off of backs, off of just about everything else, but none of them found their way into the net. Just after that, as it typically goes in the hockey world, 3:26 of the third period, it's Philip Forsberg with his 28th goal of the season. It was a wrist shot from out high after Novak's clean face-off win. Forsberg curled around to the middle of the zone and picked his spot, took the shot, and sniped for his team leading 28th of the season, giving the Nashville Predators back there 1-goal lead, 2-1 now in favor of the Nashville Predators. At the 4:51 mark of the third period, it's Lankinen coming with a save on Killorn at 7:30 of the third. It's Dostal coming with a save on Luke Evangelista at 8:18 of the third period. It's Dostal coming with a save on the captain, Roman Yossi. And at 8:43 of the third period, it's Michael McCarron getting his 8th goal of the season. Rebound, put back jam, getting to the high danger area and doing the hard work and getting reward. Fabro took the long shot. Dostal stopped it, but the rebound was right there. McCarron not only got to the rebound, but tucked it around the goaltender into the net for his 8th goal of the season, giving the Nashville Predators a 2-goal lead, 3-1 here in the third period. At 9:29 of the third, it's Lankinen coming with a save on Frank Petrano at 10:32. Dostal comes with a save on McDonough, 11:35. Dostal a save on McCarron. We hit the 13-minute mark now of the third period. It's Lankinen coming with a save on Gudis. Fast-moving pace to this third period. The clock is dissolving quickly. 14:17. Lankinen a save on Killorn. one, 16-34. Dostal comes up with the save on Sissons at the 17-36 mark of the third period. It's Leeson's 7th goal of the season. The low-high play works, the great success from behind the net below the goal line to the side of the crease for the easy finish. Leeson was getting into the interior and being dangerous all night long, and this time he finishes his 7th, makes it 3-2 now in favor of the Nashville Predators. With the extra attacker on just mere seconds later at 17:58 of the third period, it's Gus Nyquist, the empty net specialist, with his 15th goal of the season, his 3rd empty net goal of the 5-game road trip. Nyquist's 15th goal of the season restores the Nashville Predators 2-goal lead, now 4-2 in favor of the Nashville Predators. At 18:41 with the extra attacker on, the captain Roman Josi clears the puck over the glass. It is in fact ruled to be a delay of game penalty. Lankinen comes up with a save on McIntosh and then McTavish, and then Lankinen comes up with a huge save on Henrique. The rebound goes off of the post. It's held on the goal line. Lankinen, an incredible job right here with his final save of the game. Nashville Predators are going to win this game 4-2 in Anaheim. The Ducks will outshoot the Nashville Predators 32-29, and for the Nashville Predators, it is the first time in franchise history, in their 25th year of existence, the first time in franchise history, that the Nashville Predators have swept a 5-game road trip. We said going into this road trip, taking 75%, 7 out of 10 of the points would be really a great way for the Nashville Predators to rebound from what they had been going through as of late. They went for the optimal top shelf level. They went 5 out of 5, winning all 5, and they also picked up all 10 points on this road trip. They are back in playoff position, and the Nashville Predators have their groove back on the road. This team is unstoppable right now. They sweep the 5-game road trip, including important games in the playoff race in LA and also against St. Louis. That's going to do it for the Reverse Sports full game recap, full analysis, and so much more coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. It's now time for the Reverse Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February the 27th of the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were finally back home in Nashville to face off against the Ottawa Senators, close out the regular season meeting against the Sens. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive combinations in the following way, and this should sound familiar. 6th game in a row. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Glass. Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Sherwood. Josi and Fabro, McDonough, and Shen, Luzon, and Carey make up your defense pairs. UC Saros gets the start in net. Now, for the Nashville Predators, last time they were on home ice, things didn't go so well. So let's start 13 seconds in, already improving. Korpisalo looks with save on McCarron, plus the follow-up rebound opportunity by McCarron, first shot on goal of the game. This time it only took the Nashville Predators 13 seconds to do so. 28 seconds into the game, the Nashville Predators get another shot on goal. Korpisalo comes up with a save on Forsberg. 2:06, Korpisalo a save on Shen. The Preds dominating early. 3:22 at the first period. Smith comes up with his 8th goal. It sees a deflection of McCarron's shot. That gets the Nashville Predators on the board, leading the Ottawa Senators 1-0 on home ice. 3:45 into the first period. It's Korpisalo coming up with a save on Forsberg at the 4:12 mark of the first period. We find our first special teams play of the game as Chychrun is off to the box at 2 minutes for tripping. That's going to give the Nashville Predators first power play of the game, already buzzing, already dominating, and that's when the captain Roman Josi unleashes the heavy shot from straight away. His 13th goal of the season gives the Nashville Predators a power play goal and a 2-0 lead on home ice. 6:04 in the first period. UC Saros coming with a save on Pinto. That's the first shot on goal of the game for the Ottawa Senators. So before the Sens could even pick up a shot on goal, the Preds have a 2-0 lead and have already had a power play. At the 8:04 mark of the first period, UC Saros coming with a save on Vladimir Tarasenko. At the 8:20 mark of the first period, it's McCarron versus Kostelic. 5 minutes each for fighting. Really not much of a fight, more of a wrestling match that lasted a few seconds. 8:50 into this first period, it's Sissons off the box, 2 minutes for tripping. This is going to give the Senators their first opportunity to go on the power play, and it's UC Saros coming with the save on Stützle plus the rebound follow-up. That would be it for the Ottawa Senators on their power plays. The Nashville Predators PK would be solid. 11:08 of the first period, it's Saros coming with a save on Chychrun. At the 11:31 mark of the first period, Saros comes with a save on Chychrun again. This time, a follow-up by Tkachuk on the rebound opportunity. We go to the 14:58 mark now of the period, and Saros comes with a save on Hamonic. 15:28, Saros another save on Shabbat. 17:07, Saros a save on Pinto. And at 17-28, with the Ottawa Senators taking over control of the most recent portion of the game, Sherwood is off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. That's going to put the Sens on the power play, and it's going to be Batherson coming up with his 20th goal of the season. He unloaded with the heavy shot. A little angle to it, but mostly it was the power of this shot and the location. Accuracy always counts. Nashville now leads 2-1 here in this first period. 1940, the first period, UC Saros comes with a save on Joseph, and we close out the first period where the Nashville Predators at one point in time were out shooting Ottawa 7-1, are now being outshot by the Senators 14-8. We go into the second period, and at 26 seconds in, it's UC Saros coming with a save on Pinto. 31 seconds in, Saros comes with a save on Sanderson. So the Nashville Predators are already back on their heels, just like they were at the end of the first period. Now to begin the second period, 2:39 into the second period, Saros coming with a save on Batherson off of the rush. Good scoring opportunity for the Sens right there. 4:03 of the second period, Saros comes with a save on Pinto. 5:08, Korpisalo comes with a save on Luzon. The first shot on goal. That's the first time you've heard Korpisalo's name in nearly 20 minutes of gameplay. Since the Roman Josi goal, that's the first time the Nashville Predators have generated a shot on goal. That was all the way back during the power play that started at 4:12 of the first period. We are now at 5:08 of the second. Now we're at 6:20 of the second period. It's Saros coming with another save on Pinto at the 7:10 mark of the second. It's Korpisalo coming with a save on Carrier's deflection at close range. At the 8:24 mark, Kostelik's off to the box and very unhappy about that. 2 minutes for tripping. Jonas Korpisalo comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg. Then Korpisalo comes up with another save on Glass, but the Nashville Predators power play unable to convert at this time. At the 10:51 mark of the second, just past the halfway point of this game, it's Korpisalo coming with a save on Luke Evangelista. The Nashville Predators have gotten their skates back under them, not quite to the dominance level that they were in the first period, but they are getting their game back under them right here. 11:39 of the second, Saros comes with a save on Batherson. 13:11, Korpisalo a save on Luke Evangelista. At the 14:39 mark of the second period, it's Korpisalo coming up with a save on Sherwood. The bottom six of the Nashville Predators were coming through all night long with good scoring opportunities and good offensive zone time. We go to the back of the sheet and we find 14:51 into the second period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Vladimir Tarasenko at the 16:41 mark. The second, Saros comes with a save on Stützle at 18:30 after a long back and forth with not a lot happening. The captain, Roman Josi, scores his 14th goal of the season, his second goal of the game. Out in the neutral zone, he kicked the puck to the stick and he turned the Jets on as a defender fell down, and he picks the top corner at close range. The captain, Roman Josi, has incredibly impressive high skill, and it was on display on this particular offensive play right here. Josi has 2 in this game. The Nashville Predators have 3. The Ottawa Senators have 1. That means the Nashville Predators lead this game 3-1 now, and that was a huge goal as the Ottawa Senators were certainly back in this game. 18:55 of the second, Korpisalo comes with a save on Forsberg, and at the 19:50 mark of the first period, one more save for UC Saros, this time on Tkachuk. Little scrum afterwards, but nothing really comes of it. We hit the end of the second period. The Ottawa Senators, 25 shots on goal. In the first period, they had 14. Now they have 25 for the game. The Nashville Predators are at 17. We go to the third period in a 3-1 hockey game in favor of the home team. And at 1:32 of the third period, we found our first shot on goal, and it's Korpisalo coming with a save on Gus Nyquist at the 1:51 mark of the third period. It's Korpisalo coming up with a save on Luke Schenn. Nashville Predators continue going to work as at 3:19. Korpisalo comes with a save on Nyquist at the 4:37 mark of the third period. It's Korpisalo coming up with a save on the captain, Roman Josi. The rebound made it through Korpisalo, but it trickled right to the post, and with the amount of bodies the D was able to get in and help support, nobody could jam the puck into the net, so Korpisalo does just enough to survive this situation. Josi just missing the hat trick by a mere matter of millimeters. 6:28 of the third period, Korpisalo comes up with a save on Cole Smith at the 7:08 mark of the third period. It's Giroux off the box. 2 minutes for high sticking on Tommy Novak. Tommy Novak's done a really good job the last few games getting in the hard areas and earning a lot of good physical plays for his team. Korpisalo comes with a save on Ryan McDonough. Then Korpisalo comes up with a save on Sissons. The Nashville Predators possess the puck the entire 2 minutes. They weren't able to generate a lot of shots on goal, but the puck possession was able to wear down the defense to the point where on the continuation after the full 2 minutes of the power play, the Nashville Predators are able to change player by player, and they're able to maintain possession of the puck. 9:39, that's where we find Korpisalo then coming up with a save on Yakov Trenin, and then 10:16 of the third period, we find Korpisalo coming up with a save on Roman Josi. We would finally get a stoppage, and the Ottawa Senators are absolutely on the ropes at the midway point here of the third period. Not a shot on goal yet for Ottawa in this period. 12:47 of the third period, it's Korpisalo coming up with a save on Sherwood. And at the 13:12 mark of the third, it's Gus Nyquist, his 16th goal of the season, as he kicks the rebound to his stick, moves it around, and then fires it into the net. Forsberg took the original shot, and then it was Nyquist tucking it around Korpisalo and into the empty net. 4-1 lead now in favor of the Nashville Predators. And for Gus Nyquist, what a weird feeling. There was a goaltender in the net, but it was still kind of an empty net goal for him once he made the razzle-dazzle kick to his stick in front of the net. 14:14 of the third period. Korpisalo coming with a save on Luke Evangelista at 18:13 of the third period. It's Korpisalo coming up with a save on Carrier, plus the rebound jam by Dante Fabro, plus the rebound jam by Cole Smith. Honestly, a really impressive save sequence here by Jonas Korpisalo, and good job by him maintaining his focus and staying in the game at this late point in the game. The Ottawa Senators don't pull their goalie. They also don't get a shot on net in the entirety of the third period. The Nashville Predators close this game out with a 4-1 victory in what looked like at moments it could be the dreaded trap game. And the Nashville Predators, after coming out and barnstorming the Sens in the first several minutes of the game, just sank back, but then finally got their legs back under them and then took over. And one of the most dominant periods that we've seen on home ice for sure this entire season, if not in franchise history. I don't know, and I'll go back and look at it. I don't know how many times in history the Predators have given up 0 shots on goal in a period. So Nashville wins the game 4-1, and the Predators outshoot the Ottawa Senators 37-25. That's the other caveat about the shots on goal. The Predators had 17 shots on goal after 2 total periods. They finished the game with 37, so they had 20 shots on goal in the third period alone, and they just wore the Ottawa Senators down and ground them into dust and put the game away like a good professional hockey team. 6 in a row for this Nashville Predators team. We've got so much more coming up to talk about, analysis, box score, and so much more right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. Thanks so much for joining us for the Renegades of Puck 2023-2024 Nashville Predators season recap. We're doing it in chunks of 5 games, so we sure to appreciate you jumping along on the journey and checking out each and every part. Remember, you can check us out at renegadesofpuck.com, check us out on social media, and we sure to appreciate each and every one of you for jumping in the trenches with the Renegades of Puck. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. Stick taps, love, and respect.